Okay, so tonight we are going to start standing. And I usually don't start standing very often, but we are. So think about your knees are soft. And then think about mountain pose where your tailbone is down, back is nice and straight. We're going to relax our shoulders down. And then bring your hands to prayer hands. Gradually dropping your chin to your chest. And then start to breathe what's normal for you. Just getting into a good breathing rhythm that works for you. And then bringing that chin up, arms are down to your side. Bringing your arms all the way up. Right now, think about lengthening your tailbone. Think about your hip points up. Bring your fingertips up a little higher. Try to get as much length as you can. And then slowly bringing your arms all the way back down. Bring those arms back up, and we're going to continue to think about lengthening your tailbone, bring your hip points towards you, dropping your shoulders and fingers are up. Maybe even think about your neck. See if you can get that longer. Top of your head to the ceiling, higher. And then bring your arms all the way back down. Bring your hands right back to prayer hands. And dropping your chin to your chest. So depending on how far you drop your chin down, you can feel the stretch in your neck. And making sure that it doesn't go to where it's miserable for your neck. It might just be a slight chin drop. Maybe it's a deeper chin drop to be able to really feel a good stretch. And then we're going to start to breathe into your belly with your inhales. Bring your chin back up and arms back down. So our practice tonight is a reset of your gut, your heart, and your mind. On your next inhale, arms are up, really lengthening. And then with the exhale, slowly bringing your arms back down. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. On this next one, lifting up your toes. And then exhaling, dropping your toes down. Keeping this going. Maybe coming up on your tippy toes. Keeping it going, a few more sets. And again, last one. And exhaling down. Hands at prayer hands. And again, we're going to drop that chin to where you're comfortable. Letting go of the day's activities. And setting an intention if you choose. A word, a phrase, a poem, a prayer. Nothing materialistic. And releasing our arms down, bringing our chin back up to normal. Knees are slightly soft, not really bent, but really soft. We're going to bring our arms, your palms are forward. Think about lifting and opening your heart. So your chest lifts up, your heart is nice and open, getting your breaths in and out, breathing, inhaling to your belly. And then we're going to drop our arms down. And again, our arms are going to come wide, fingertips to the side, opening that chest. And I want your belly slightly tight, not like super tight, but when the belly gets tightened, that does protect your low back. Lifting your chest. And then dropping our arms. Taking your right arm, your right hand, bringing it over on your left shoulder. Taking your left over on your right shoulder, so the right elbow is on top, facing forward. Give yourself a hug. A little tightness to your belly to protect your low back. And then we're going to slowly release. Going opposite left hand on your right shoulder, right on your left. Left elbow is forward, noticing a change, possibly from side to side. Slowly releasing. Shoulder circles, one direction. Reversing. And releasing. So it's up to you how close you want your feet. You can have your feet touching. You can have them a little wider. You can have them as wide as your hips. And we think about all four corners of your foot into the mat. So your big toe, your little toe, and then your whole heel into the mat. And then see if we can still have our knees just soft. Arms come up, keeping our lower body the same. Dropping our arms to a straight back. So your back, you should be able to put a plate on. Our arms are close to our side and our chin is tucked. Stretching out your back. If there's tightness anywhere, you'll probably feel this. Holding forward deeper. Bending, maybe even bending your knees a little bit more. Moving around from side to side. And then back to half of the lift. Arms closed, chin is tucked. And then we're going to release again. Our hands are going to come right to the mat, to a plank, in any way that you guys want, on your knees or on your toes, making sure that you've got good form. Your hips are raised just slightly, but everything else is pretty straight. So this is part of that reset, and I don't know if it's more your body or more your mind. I think it's both. Then we're gonna just roll right up to your toes, and then back. And again, up. And back. And one more time, up. And back. If you're not on your knees, come down to your knees and all the way to your belly. Hands are right underneath, arms are close to your body, toes are to the back. Hips are engaged in your mat. This is going to be a baby cobra, dropping your chin, slightly bringing your heart, slightly puffing it forward, trying to release any tightness in your back. And then release that down. We're going to go with our breath. Inhaling to start. Exhaling, coming up. Inhaling back down, maybe even your forehead on the mat. Exhaling up. And one more time down. And up. And then release. Rolling our toes forward to a plank. Down dog. Making sure there's a slight bend in your legs to start with until you feel okay in your back area. If you feel okay, straighten those legs. If not, keeping them just slightly bent is great. And then pedaling out your heels if you choose. Releasing, taking one foot, we're going to walk to our hands. The next inhale, gradually, slowly, bringing yourself all the way up. We're going to bring our arms straight out, dropping those shoulders down. A nice twist to the right. Maybe your arms are out. Back to center. And to the left. Back to center. One more set to the right. Center and left. Center. Arms down. Next inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming right into a straight back. We're going to hold it here. Really make sure that your arms are close to your body. It really makes a difference. And if your chin is tucked slightly, that also makes a difference. And you can play around with that too. Don't tuck your chin, just kind of bring your head up and then tuck your chin. For me anyway, I really feel that in my back, in a good way. And then back up. Inhaling up. Exhaling half of a lift. Inhaling plank. Slowly lowering. Coming to a cobra or up dog, whatever is comfortable for your back. And down dog. We're going to widen out our hands just slightly, just a little bit wider than normal. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder and back down. And then going opposite, left hand, right shoulder, and release. One more time, right hand, left shoulder. Release. And opposite. And release. Lifting that right leg up, bending, and think about the right heel as close as you can get to your butt. Releasing, we're going to come slowly to a low lunge with that left knee down. We're going to make sure that the right knee is right above that ankle, that really good form. And our back is nice and straight as you can get it. Rolling that left foot forward, and we're going to gradually bring ourselves up. We're coming to warrior one. So that left foot's flat on your mat. The right is bent slightly. Our hips are forward and bringing your arms up. Weight is even between that right leg and left. That's hard to get it like that. And then arms are down, coming to warrior two. So our hips are to the left, that nice bend in that right knee. And our arms are down, our shoulders are relaxed. We're looking at the right fingertips. All your toes are in the mat. Heels. Straightening that right leg. And then we're going to turn to the left. And we're going to bring our arms up, and our fingers are going to kiss. Back down to warrior two. Now we're going to do this with our breath. Inhaling to start. Exhaling, straightening the leg, kissing fingers. Back down to warrior two. With our breath coming up. And down. One more time. Up and down. Straightening that right leg. We're going to interlace our fingers and behind our head. We're coming into a triangle. So from here, that left hip is going to jog to the back just slightly. We're going to release. Bringing that right hand down, wherever you are comfortable with that right hand. It might be on that right quad, might be on the shin, might be on the ankle, might be on the floor. But really pay attention to how lengthened your spine is and good form, good alignment. Your neck is comfortable. Bring that left arm down, rotating that left foot so you're on the ball of that foot, coming to a lunge. Hands are on the mat. Nice bend in that right leg. and plank. I'm going to slowly lower. And to cobra or up dog. Toes forward to down dog. And we're going to go through that flow just one more time. So we're going to inhale to start. Exhale, plank. Inhale, lower. And exhale, up dog, cobra, baby cobra, whatever works. Back to down dog. Lifting the left leg, bending, and left heel close to your butt. Releasing, coming all the way through to a low lunge. Sometimes maybe you have to help that leg, dropping that right knee. Good form. Make sure your neck is comfortable. Checking in with our mind and our body. And doing a little reset. And then releasing, bringing the right down, bending that left knee, coming into warrior one. Nice, strong movement. Your base is strong. All of your feet are embedded into the mat. Remembering your breath. And then to warrior two, turning to the right. Ensure your shoulders are relaxed, looking at the left fingertips. Straightening that left leg, turning back to the right, and then bring those hands up. We're going to kiss those fingers together. And then back to warrior two. Doing this with our breath, inhaling to start. Exhaling up. Inhaling. Exhaling. When we're set, inhaling. And exhaling. We're going to end with our fingers together. Clasping our hands together. Hands behind our head. Coming to a triangle, gradually tipping over, noticing too that each side is a little bit different. And also think about stacking your shoulders, your right shoulder over your left. I'm going to roll, bring that right hand all the way down and the left. Slight bend in that left knee, rotating your right foot, coming into a lunge, high lunge, or higher than with your knee down on the mat. Plank. Slowly lowering. Cobra or up dog. Toes forward to down dog. Staying here or going into this flow one more time. You can take it or leave it. Inhaling to start. Exhale, plank. Inhale, lower. And exhale, up dog. Holding it here. Good work. And to down dog. walk, hop, or jump forward to your fingers. The next inhale, all the way back up. Good work. Inhaling, arms are up. Exhaling to a straight back, and then we are going to hold it here to mid-arms or in, chins tucked. I just think this feels so good. Bring the left leg back to a high lunge. Back is straight. And to warrior one, dropping that left foot, bring yourself up. Warrior two. Straightening that right leg. Inhaling to start. Exhaling, turning, fingers together. Inhale, warrior two. Exhaling up. Inhaling. And up. Hands together behind your head. Think about that left hip slightly to the back, gradually coming over into a triangle. Noticing if it's easier the second time around. Dropping that left hand, rotating that left foot, bending the right knee into a high lunge. Plank. Lowering. And up dog. Down dog. Left forward, low lunge. And feel free, if you want that knee to come down, that's fine. It doesn't have to be. Warrior one. Warrior two. Straightening that left leg. Turning to the right, bringing those fingertips up. Back to warrior two. Inhaling to start. With that exhale, straightening, arms up, fingertips together. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. One more time. And exhaling up. Hands together. That right hip jogs to the back just slightly, coming to a triangle. Taking your time. Rotating that right arm down to a plank. Slowly lower. And up. All fours. And coming to King Arthur. I think everybody knows that, but Laura, you maybe don't. Making a cushion, depending, you might have carpet in that, that's fine too. And then we're just gonna come close to a wall or right next to a wall or a chair or a couch. And we'll start with the left. We're gonna bend that left knee in all the way to the casing so the toes are to the ceiling. This is a deep quad stretch. This might be where you're at. If it is, and you know that, that's awesome. If you feel like you want to come further, you can bring that right foot into that lunge-like. And then any way you're comfortable with this, you just stand up, arms up. We're going to release this and switch sides. So take that right knee, hold it up, toes to the ceiling, left leg is wherever you're at. We're going to release again, do one more on each side, switching sides. And if you're ready to switch, go for it. And release. Good work. Bring your mat back to where it was. Taking a seat. And then bringing the soles of your feet together. A little ways from our hips. I know not everybody likes to do this, but taking your thumbs and just digging into those arches, doing a little foot massage. And then we're going to bring your feet a little closer to your hips. Think about your form, just to help that heart. Getting some good inhales and exhales. We're going to think about lengthening. When we're standing, it seemed to be possibly a little easier to keep lengthening. Now when you're sitting and you're in good form, can you raise your pelvis up a little higher? Can the crown of your head come up a little higher? Lengthening your throat. And then release. Holding the left leg in and the right leg comes back. And then flexing that right foot. The left bottom of the foot is right at the right inner thigh. Now the right glute is probably up off your mat. Do a little concentration, trying to get it down as far as you can. It probably is not going to go all the way to the mat. Bringing our right hand on the left knee, and then we're going to drop that left shoulder and gradually twist. And then coming back to center point. Switching our legs, bringing the right in, left is back, flexing the left foot. The right bottom of the foot is at that left inner thigh. And then noticing a change, again, from side to side. Thinking about that left glute staying as close to the mat as possible. The left hand is on the right knee. We're going to drop that right shoulder as we turn to the right, doing a little twist. Getting some good breaths in and out. And back to center. Unwinding, legs long. And with the soft shoulder and back, we're going to gradually come towards our feet. And then slowly back up. Lengthening the right leg and the left out. And think about your chest in alignment with the right leg. And now I want your back strong and shoulders are strong. Gradually come toward that right foot. And then keeping in mind, if your hamstrings are super tight, you might want to put a little pillow under that right leg or just bend it up slightly, would release it. And then coming back up. And chest is aligned with that left leg. Heel is on the floor or the mat. And then strongly lean towards it. And then slowly back up. Bring your legs together and softening your shoulders and your back. And again, we're going to come towards our feet. And then back up. Feet to the mat. And then gradually rolling all the way down. Our arms are out to a T, across from our shoulders. And dropping our knees to the right. And then back up. And to the left. And back up. Now we're going to go to the right and to the left with our knees with our breath. We're going to inhale to start. With the exhale, drop down to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up.
And then exhale to the left. Let's do one more set, inhaling back up. Exhale to the right. Inhaling up. And exhaling to the left. Nice work. And then coming back to your feet. Bottoms of our feet together, and our arms can stay right where they are. If you're more comfortable with them down to your side, or if you want to add on, you can bring them above your head. Do what works good for you. And then maybe slightly drop your chin so you're lengthening your neck. Bringing your feet to the mat, lengthening them long, and at an angle, coming into a star pose. Feel free to do the same with your arms. Chest is lifted, heart is open. Getting into a breathing rhythm that works good. And then bring our arms to our side, straightening our legs, feet to the mat. Crossing the left leg over the right, coming into a figure four. Hands around your hamstring or your shin. Bring the left knee to the left until you get a little different stretch. Back to neutral. And bring that left knee to the right until you get a little different stretch. And then back to the neutral, dropping the right foot and the left. Crossing the right leg over the left, same way, opposite side. Bringing your right knee to the right. Back to neutral. And then to the left. And back to neutral. Dropping that left foot down and the right. Arms are to a T. Dropping your knees to the right. Back up to center and to the left. Back up to center. Right. Center. And left. Back to the center. Arms are down, knees are into your chest. Lengthening long. And then pointing your toes to the ceiling. Flexing them back. Pointing. Flex. Point. And flex. Back to neutral. Ankle circles in one direction. Reversing. And reverse. Reverse. Release. Knees to chest, feet to mat. And rolling to the right, we're going to stack our hips, stack our knees. When you're ready, gradually bringing yourself up to sitting. Legs are crossed. We're going to bring our hands in prayer hands. And no need to have them strong. Feel free to have soft elbows right now. Our chin is to our chest slightly. Thinking about an inner smile. A nice, refreshing inhale, bringing our arms up. And with that exhale, hands to heart, dropping chin. Thank you all for joining me. You all rock. Namaste. Thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll see you next Monday.